I haven't been here in Alaska since about 1985. I used to lead the expeditions here, but that was a long, long time ago. And this has been incredibly fun. I mean, be here with my son and my daughter, and to be here with all of you and all these kids and everybody having such a good time, and kayaking and hiking and looking at all these great whales. It really, really has been a special experience.
This trip has been very exciting. We have seen a lot of whales. We've also been going kayaking. You could just kayak all around, and you kind of have the freedom to kayak wherever you want. And then also, yesterday, we were seeing a lot of glaciers and ice. Yep, I would totally go on another one of these trips. It was super fun, educational, and you got to see a lot of wildlife.
One of the really wonderful things about coming here with kids is it does kind of remind us that it's important that we consider, what's involved in preserving places like this, because it would be really, really nice if they could take their kids and have this kind of an experience one day.
My name is Susan Mobus, and I'm a wellness specialist on board the National Geographic Seabird and Sea Lion. It's beautiful up here in Southeast Alaska. We have lots of different people coming up with varying levels and abilities, and so my class is more geared towards helping open things up and getting the energy flowing. My studio is outside, so it's this beautiful backdrop of mountains. This morning we had whales. We're just surrounded by the beauty of the area, by wildlife, and it's just taking all of this in is an amazing thing. Whether it's waking up and shaking and loosening and opening up to the day, whether it's lying down on a massage table to relax in that way, or taking an aerobic hike or kayak around the island, all of these things help us feel better, get our energy moving. It's a very, very large component of what we're doing here. You can't talk about it, it's an experience,
The Haida Gwaii Islands are about 500 miles off the coast of Vancouver, British Columbia. We feel so privileged to be able to offer our guests the ability to travel to Haida Gwaii, to visit and interact with this community of First Nation people, to experience the art and handcraft, some of the most extraordinary in the world, firsthand from the artists themselves, to travel up and down the coasts and see the extraordinary beaches where some of the totems over 100 years old still remain weathered. I think that it's a really, really exciting moment in the history of Lindblad expeditions to be able to travel here to these islands and offer this unique experience.
They've invited us in, not only to their villages, but their homes and their lives. That invitation takes you into a world you may have not known before you came here. A beautiful world at Haida Gwaii, Waihanas. An amazing world, a native world that you've never experienced. This journey is the most special journey of your life. Enjoy it.
We've had 7 full days of exploring the wilderness in Southeast Alaska, and we've been treated to just about every ounce of wildlife that we could possibly want.
It has been an absolute incredible trip. This is really the only way to see Alaska. This is great. You get to see it all. And there's really only one way to do it, and that's here with Lindblad and National Geographic. When you're out here experiencing these very same things that these wild animals are, it makes you want to do whatever you can to make sure they live on forever.
We did the pre-trip to Denali, and the 2 trips were very, very different, and I think one enhanced the other. In Denali, we were looking for land mammals. We had a lot of very exciting hikes in different terrains, the spongy tundra, the alpine tundra, walking to an ice moraine. There were forays that people could choose to go on. If you wanted to take a rowboat on Wonder Lake, you could do that, and they also had bicycles. The fall foliage was absolutely amazing, outstanding. So I think really one trip enhanced the other because we got to see two totally different parts of Alaska.
North Face Lodge is delighted to work with Lindblad. We've had this relationship for several years, and what we can offer is an interior Alaska experience with different mammals, ecology, circumpolar and subarctic tundra environments, which we feel complements the shipboard experiences that Lindblad does so well.
What I really liked is they took us to different places so that we were able to experience the different terrains there. I think they did an excellent job.
Today's highlight clearly was the ice on top of the moraine. Big surprise.
I really wanted to see a bear, and we did yesterday.
The bear was a little closer than we thought.
Close enough to be exciting.
So we gathered together and yelled, "Bear there!"
And far enough to be safe.
The bear went its way and we went our way, and it was just fine.
But nobody said anything about the great pleasures of the lunch buffet and making up your own lunch from a great assortment of all kinds of delicious food.
The food is to die for. There's no question about that.
After you see something as vast and primitive as Denali, everything back in the civilized world seems so temporary, and you realize how impermanent the world we've created for ourselves is, as opposed to the eternal character of a place like Denali.